Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Why Tupperware Why Now interview. And I'm so excited. I am being joined tonight by Tina, and Tina is one of our newest leaders in our company. So I'm so excited to be talking to her tonight. So before we get started, I am Ellen, and I am just going to be, leading this interview here tonight. And I'm a leader here in Tupperware. And I started about 14 years ago. And when I started, it was for money. I started, a lot of people start this business for so many different reasons. Sometimes it's about a discount, they love the product. Sometimes it's about a friend that they want to help out in the business. For me, it was all about the money. I needed to make some extra money, and I was told I could make some extra money here in Tupperware. And they were right. I came in hoping to make full-time income, and I was able to start making that full-time income within a couple months. So whatever the reason that you are watching this here tonight, just know there is a place for you. All right. Whether you're looking for a lot, looking for a little, looking for friendship, looking for Tupperware for your kitchen, looking for a discount, looking for a great deal, whatever the reason is, all are welcome. All right. So as we're going through, if you're watching this and somebody shared it with you, go ahead and say hello to them in the chat so that they know that you're here. And also, if you have any questions, go ahead, put them right there in the chat. We'll be taking a look at that chat as we go, and we'll probably answer those questions right in the chat for you. All right. And then not only that, but then after this is over, go back to whoever shared this with you and share with them something that maybe you heard that you were surprised by, or that you didn't know about Tupperware, right? But just share with them that you were on the call, and you can get some questions answered very quickly that way by going back to the person that invited you. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and talk to Tina. Hi, Tina. How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. All right. So Tina, tell us, why did you say yes to Tupperware?
Oh, childhood memories. Childhood memories. My grandmother had Tupperware, and my mother had Tupperware. And then I remember my aunt being a consultant for Tupperware. So I was surrounded by Tupperware growing up.
Yeah, you were. I think I
Yes.
think a lot of people were surrounded by Tupperware growing up. I didn't even realize how much Tupperware we had till I started selling Tupperware, and then I was like, "Oh, my mom's got this, and my grandma had this, and my mom had this," and I just didn't even realize it. And a lot of times, just like your story, it's funny because whenever I do parties, I'm always like, "Hey, how many of you knew somebody who sold Tupperware growing up?" Right? And a lot of times they're like, "Oh, my aunt, my sister, my cousin, my mom," like, and I think that's just so cool. It's definitely a legacy company, right?
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
a household name, absolutely.
Yes.
So what has been your experience so far in Tupperware?
Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Everyone has been so helpful and just, I mean, if you are stumped, you can go ask and write on it, write on it. And I've met so many new people, just really good friends, just to talk about anything other than Tupperware, too. If you have a problem in the day, you can message them and they'll talk to you about anything. But yeah, it's been an amazing experience.
Awesome. We say that this is a people business because it really is. And you're
It is.
absolutely right. It goes so much further than the business, right? And so cuz I mean, the people in my life that I call with my best news and my worst news, I met in Tupperware. The
Yes.
first people I call I met them in Tupperware, and that's huge. So I love that that's been your experience so far, because that's definitely been my experience. It's been the experience of many people. And so I love that you've had that experience as well. So if somebody is watching this right now, right? And they're watching it and they're thinking, gosh, I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. And they're kind of on the fence. What would you say to them as to why now is a good time to start in Tupperware?
Because Tupperware is back. It's never been gone, but it's always been here. But it is full force. It's back.
I love that. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. I feel like the last couple years, there's definitely been a revitalization of of just kind of being at home and cooking at home and doing all those things. And we have the perfect product for that. So and it's just and a lot of just innovation has happened over the years with Tupperware. I mean, I remember when I first started in Tupperware, there were a couple products that I was really wowed by. I was like, wow, like the Fridge Smart line made, I couldn't believe how long my fruits and vegetables lasted. And that's still today my top seller, is my top seller right out of the gate all those years ago. And still today, it's very, very relevant, especially with food costs and cost of living going up so high, which is what happened 14 years ago when I started. We were kind of in a similar situation, but it was more about unemployment versus anything else. So that was my top seller, because I just shared how much money you could save, right? But over the years, the cool things that they've come out with, our MicroPro grill that cooks in food, it like grills food in the microwave, like that's just crazy. And like some of our steamers and things that just help you eat in a more, cook in a more healthy way. And now even our eco line that takes single use
Yes,
plastic. I know, I was so excited about that, right? Like
yes,
I thought that was amazing. It takes single use plastic bottles and recycles them to make them food safe. And we're one of the only companies that has that technology to be able to do that. And so now not only are, we've always sold reusable products, but now we have products that, that really have a purpose, and it's really helping the world's waste problem. So that's like super cool to me.
and the thing about Tupperware is that it lasts. I mean, me and my husband, we love to antique, and we have been in antique stores, and we have seen the vintage Tupperware. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my grandmother had those, or mom. And then I go look at the price, and I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it lasts
It
forever.
Oh, it really does. It's funny because when I first started selling Tupperware and I'd be telling friends and family about it, and they're just like, don't people have enough Tupperware? They're like, it lasts forever. And then it's funny because sometimes I would come across somebody and they're just like, I don't see how you can really make money in Tupperware. It lasts forever. It was kind of like, do you remember those old commercials for the Maytag repair guy who is really bored because the Maytags aren't breaking down? It's kind of like that. People are like, who do you have to sell to? And everybody already has all the Tupperware. And I'm just like, the next generation, because they remember their moms and they're just like we were just talking about, right? And they're
Yeah.
like, no, I don't want just any bowl. I want that bowl. Like, and they're like,
Mhm.
I don't want any, 9x9 container. I want that 9x9 container, because I remember my mom putting my mom always put that 9x9 container. My mom always put she put cookies in it, but she also at Thanksgiving would put the dark meat turkey in there. So I knew when I
Mhm.
saw that in the fridge that that's where I wanted to go, because that was my favorite. So we
Well, I
have
have two
memories.
daughters,
Hmm.
and both of them, they have their own homes, and I buy them Tupperware, and they love it because
Yeah.
they have company over and they have guests over, and they use the Tupperware. So my oldest daughter just turned 32. Yeah. My youngest daughter will be 28. So that's, that age gap between that is a big seller right there.
It is.
That's a good generation coming in, and they love
Absolutely.
it. My girls love it. They
Yeah.
love
And
Tupperware.
yeah, and the younger generation, they like to cook too. They really do. They like to cook, they like to entertain. And so that definitely is a plus for us, right?
Yes, and men are out cooking women nowadays.
Hmm.
My
Yeah,
husband loves to cook, so
I love that. You lucked
yeah,
out there.
yeah.
Awesome. All right. So I am just going to answer some frequently asked questions. A lot of times, these are the top 3 questions that people ask when they're thinking about joining a Tupperware business. The first one is, how much money can I make? And a lot of times, a couple of these questions, I a lot of times turn back on you, right? I turn back on the people that are asking those questions, in the sense of, how much are you looking to make? because we do make 25% commission, and we also get bonuses based on our personal sales for the month when we go over certain levels. And that was something that totally, like, I was really excited about that when I joined Tupperware, because I'd been in direct sales before. And I love the idea of being able to get an additional bonus based on my personal sales, because I always felt like I can control me and my actions. I can't control anybody else's, right? But I can control the efforts that I put into the business. So I loved that beyond my 25% commission, I could also start working towards additional bonuses for work I already did, you know? So I always, like I said, I kind of turn that question back, because your goals are our goals. So if you're coming in looking to make $200 extra a month, absolutely, we can make a plan to get you there. If you're coming in looking for an extra $1,500 a month, we can make a plan to get you there too. So it just depends upon what it is that you're looking for. When I started 14 years ago and I said I was looking for full-time income, I was hoping for full-time income. It was, to me, full-time income was $3,000 a month. That was my goal. And within a couple months, I was able to start hitting that goal pretty consistently. And so, but that, again, that was my goal coming in. And so you may be looking for just, some extra fun money for the summer, or maybe to cover somebody's private sports lessons, or whatever it is, and so whatever that is, we can help make a plan for you to get there. The second question is people ask, how much time will it take? It's another question I kind of put back on the person asking the question, in the sense of, how much time are you wanting to invest into it? Those two questions are actually kind of hand in hand, the money and the time, because sometimes people come in and their money goal isn't really meeting what the time amount that they're wanting to spend is. And so there's a little bit of a conversation there, just to figure out which is more important, the time or the money. And so with the time, you can, for doing one average party a week, you can easily make, for the month, like one party a week, I'm thinking you can make about $700, right?
Oh,
For an
yeah.
average party a week. Yeah. And
Parties are
so,
very important. Yes.
oh yeah, absolutely. Whether you do them in person or you do them virtually, right? And so, Tina, do you do your parties more in person or virtual, or kind of both?
Virtual.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. And so then, but the difference between one party a week and two parties a week is a big difference. It's more than double, actually, because of those bonuses I talked about. So when you're doing two average parties a week, you can easily do about $1,400 in commissions, bonuses based on your personal sales for the month. So but yeah, so, and that's something we figure out with you. We figure out that roadmap to get you to where you want to go. The third question that people ask is there training available? And there is so much training available in all different ways of training, right? So we have live meetings that you can tune into live if that's something that you like, that interaction, you like being able to ask questions in real time. We have live trainings on Mondays and on Thursdays. And then we have a YouTube channel that you can binge watch all you want. For all the you binge watchers, you can sit there and you can just like go right through them. And then when you have questions, you can reach out to your upline and be like, hey, I was watching this video on this product and I had a question about it, right? And so we have that like on-demand type training. We also have an amazing sort of playbook that's put together by Tupperware that is called our Tup Now, and it is small, little, itty bitty videos that take you through signing into your account, setting up a party, doing this, doing that. And it takes you through all those different things, which is absolutely amazing. And on top of all that, we have a Facebook group community that is great for that, just that team camaraderie, and lots of ideas are and tips are shared there. And so that's a great thing. And then we also even have copy and paste groups, which what that means is if you're working a virtual business, or even if you're working an in-person business, but you want to do some promoting on your social medias, we have images that you can copy to your phone and then post on your various things. We have a copy and paste group that is specifically for if you wanted to do a Facebook party. We have all of the graphics in order, the way you do them. I mean, it's literally like, oh, day one, I post this, this, and this. Perfect. Take them, copy them, put them in your party. And so we very step by step. And so some people come in and they're like all about doing it themselves, and they're very, they're very creative and techie, and they can make their own images and do all those things. We have definitely, you have, the world is yours. If you are that person, you can be as creative as you want, right? But for those that aren't there yet, or maybe you're like, I'm not sure where to start, then the copy and paste is perfect for you too.
And
So
that helped me tremendously. And don't forget the cooking shows.
yes, and the cooking shows. Yes. So then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we have things just like this, right? This is one of them that you can share. It's on our public page. You can share it directly into, if you have a business page for Tupperware, if you create a business page, or if you create a business group, or if you're doing your virtual parties, you can share these things right into your virtual parties. And on Tuesdays, we have our cooking show, which is actually just really fun in general. I mean,
It is.
it's I can't tell you. Sometimes I MC the cooking show, and we turn the cameras off and we are laughing our heads off. There's been a couple times the last couple of weeks I actually laughed on like I was off camera, but my mic was on, and I started laughing because it's just so funny. We have fun. We just kind of go from people's kitchens, and they're going live in their kitchen, and they're just cooking recipes, and it's just fun. You get to see all the different personalities. But that's definitely something that you can utilize to grow your personal business right there using social media. And we're doing it like, you don't have to go live. You don't have to have the products and cook in your kitchen. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You can just kind of share that from what we have. So we have a lot of tools in place for your success. And we've even had people come in and they're like, these tools don't fit my needs. And we're like, what are you looking for? And some of our best tools that we use now came from people coming in and giving some ideas and suggestions and stuff. So it's just fun. It's ever evolving, which I think is one
It
of the
is.
coolest things. Yeah, I think it's just one of the coolest things. Now we have a lot of people trying to do their own little videos, like reels and TikToks and things like that. And it's fun to watch everybody experiment with that, because we're doing it. They're sharing them in our team group. And so we're just seeing, like, it's just fun to see everybody's different take on things and just watch them grow. And so it's just,
And I love the
it's a fun
TikToks.
thing. I know it's fun, isn't it? Awesome. All right. So we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. Again, if you are watching this, even if you didn't say hello because you're shy, that's okay. Reach back to the person that shared this with you, so you can get your questions answered, and just let them know what you thought, right? Let them know something that you heard that maybe you didn't realize, or something that you just absolutely loved. You're like, I love the idea of this, or tell me more about this, right? So reach out to the person that shared it with you. If you're not connected to somebody, you came upon this on accident, just send a message to this page, and our business leader, Pam Clift, she will get you connected with who you need to be connected to. So, Tina, is there anything else that you would like to add?
I absolutely love my customers.
Yes.
I love my
Yeah.
customers, and I love my team. And the reason that I am in Tupperware is because of Jenny's sister, Sharon. I met Sharon, and then I met Jenny, and I was like, I have to be a part of this. I have to be a part of Tupperware. Yeah, those ladies. Jenny cracks me up. And then you put Jenny and Sharon together, and it's hilarious. I love them. I love them. Yes.
I love that. And you know what's going to happen, Tina, is one of these days I'm going to be interviewing somebody from your unit, and they're going to be like, I love Tina. Like, I love everything about her. I need to be around her. And that's the cool thing. It's such a fun visit. And like, the people that you meet are people like I never would have met. I never would have met you. I never would have met Jenny. I never would have met, all these people that I've met through Tupperware if they hadn't like just kind of taken that leap of faith and just given it a shot. Because you kind of
Yes.
have nothing to lose, and you have
Right.
everything to gain. So absolutely. I love this. Thank you so much for meeting with me tonight, Tina.
You are
And thank you
welcome.
everybody for joining us and watching here tonight. We appreciate you. And like I said, just get back to your Tupperware connection and get those questions answered. Thanks everybody. Bye.